In 1921, the Tulsa Greenwood tragedy was a huge story in the state of Oklahoma. And as with any story, you always have a smaller story within the larger story. And Greenwood was no different. Did you know that in the 1910s and 1920s, the state of Oklahoma was home to over 100 black doctors, dentists, and pharmacists? In this photo, which was taken in 1920, they held their annual conference at the Tulsa Greenwood District. As you can see, the Williams Dreamland Theater at the top of the picture. These medical professions were gathered for the National Medical Association of the chapter in Oklahoma. This was the premier organization for black medical professions in the early 1920s. These medical professions were also community leaders. They came from all across Oklahoma, standing tall in a challenging time, building institutions and saving lives. In this particular episode, I'm going to highlight two of the medical professions who are in this picture, Dr. A.C. Jackson and Dr. John Edward Guess. Among them was Dr. A.C. Jackson, a brilliant surgeon who trained under the renowned Mayo brothers, a graduate of Meharry Medical School and vice president of the Oklahoma chapter of the National Medical Association. Dr. Jackson was described as the most able Negro surgeon in America by his white peers. Unfortunately, he was unalive during the Tulsa Race Massacre. His life and legacy was cut short in one of the darkest chapters for Oklahoma and American history. Then we have Dr. J. Edward Guess, who was also a graduate of Meharry School and the secretary of the Oklahoma chapter of the National Medical Association. Dr. Guess lived in Okmulgee, which is 30 miles north of Tulsa. When Dr. Guess heard the news, he immediately went to Tulsa to offer help and to get a better understanding of the tragedy. When Dr. Guess returned to Okmulgee, he picked up the phone to share the information with Dr. John P. Turner in Philadelphia. John P. Turner was the president of the National Medical Association. Upon hearing the news of Dr. Jackson, Dr. John P. Turner immediately wrote a letter to all the members of the Medical National Association. These medical professions were leaders and pillars of their community. They came together and initiated the Tulsa Doctors Relief Fund. From across the nation, doctors responded in Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and many other cities in the United States. They sent donations, letters of support, and medical supplies to Dr. Guess's house in Okmulgee. The Tulsa Doctor Relief Fund was born as an act of unity and compassion. These medical professions did more than practice medicine. They helped communities. But let's see what Dr. Guess and some of the other members of the National Medical Association did with some of their funding. So let's step outside and step inside my windowless classroom.
I am Dr. J. Edward Guess, and in the summer of 1921, I witnessed a tragedy that would change us all. Tulsa's Greenwood district, the pride of Black America, was in ashes. Among the victims was Dr. A.C. Jackson, the most able Negro surgeon in America, quoted by the famous Mayo brothers. With trembling hands, I made a call to Dr. John P. Turner in Philadelphia, the president of the National Medical Association. John, he's gone. They unalived AC. Then we will make his death a flame, not a shadow, stated Dr. Turner. Dr. Turner's words ignited the movement. The Tulsa Doctors Relief Fund was born, and it would change everything. Envelopes began arriving from across the nation: Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, black physicians, dentists, pharmacists, all giving what they could. My living room became a war office. Maps, ledgers, stacks of mail, each donation a declaration that we would not be erased. It was overwhelming. A female pharmacist from New Orleans wrote, "I never knew Dr. Jackson, but I owe my profession to the path he cleared." At Howard University, medical students pulled their loose change together. My wife, Ella, recorded every donation with precision, baking coffee cakes for the weary riders who brought news or aid. By 1922, we had raised enough to build the Okmulgee Colored Hospital. We cannot wait to be allowed care. We will build our own. Men and women, young and old, all came together. Hammers swung, concrete was mixed, bricks were laid. Ella painted our sign, Okmulgee Colored Hospital. As we opened the doors to our new hospital, we saw more than just a building. We saw resilience. We saw hope from the ashes of Greenwood. We built not just a hospital, but a promise that after fire fell in Tulsa, the healers rose in Okmulgee.
So the next time you're in Oklahoma, stop in Okmulgee to learn more about the Colored Hospital. Also, visit the Landmark for Generations, Inc. webpage to get more insight on the Colored Hospital's history. I am Kimberly Jones, and I'll see you in the next episode.